I want to talk about the state of team-ups because genuinely, I think it's been atrocious. Just really, really bad. Like, how do you even comprehend this? So let me take you to the practice screens real quick. We're just gonna look at the team-ups. We're just gonna look at the team-ups that they have. What do we do? Right? Because a lot of these are cool. A lot of these are cool in idea, but not in practice. A good example of that is the dinosaur. Wrong way. That's not, I want, he's too big to use the panel. And this is cool. This is cool. Like, it's sick as fuck. And it's really good. It's really good for the dinosaur and the Punisher. He's not gonna let me up. But my point is, you just get kicked off every time he gets stunned. Every time he gets stunned, you just get kicked off of him. And so it's not very good. Like, why am I using this just to get kicked off every single time? It doesn't work. It doesn't work very well. Another good example is the Storm and Adam team up, right? Storm and Adam team up. These two characters aren't very good. That's how team-ups should be, in my opinion. Two characters that are not meta. Because we've seen it with Mag, Emma, Psylocke, Mag, Rogue, Gambit. They do it with two characters that are already really good, okay? And I don't like that. These two characters aren't good, and so you give them a team-up, encouraging you to play them together, and when you play them together, you get a team-up. But all he does is fart. He just has fart juice that comes out of his ass that barely does anything. Let's let him get hit real quick. Let me turn on.
Our foes have arrived.
Oh, let's let him get hit a little bit.
Healing force.
It barely does anything, right? A team up should be good. They should balance the game around team ups, around them being good. It's what they almost did with the Hela Namor. With Hela Namor, except the team up's just terrible to play with. Because of the octopus is really cool, and it's really good. If it was only Hela getting replacing the bird with an octopus on her final hit, and then he gets that, that'd be really good. That'd be really fun to... Like, the team-up is broken in a spot where it makes two characters viable to play together. You want to play those two characters together. Something like the Adam Storm team-up. You just never play them together. You never play those two heroes together because they're both bad without each other, and they're bad with each other. Why would you do it? That's why Gamma Strange was really good, because you took a character who wasn't as good as Mag, by the way. Strange was not your best tank in the game, and neither was Hulk. And Iron Man wasn't the best DPS in the game. And you made them all really good through the team-up. When you banned characters, you were banning out the team-up, not banning out crazy OP characters. Because we have shifted from that to today, where we ban Phoenix, Daredevil, Black Cat, Gambit, Devil Dinosaur, Groot. Characters that need banned, or they shut everything down. Hell, Punisher, in a lot of ways, does that. If you don't ban Punisher, you just get a shotgun in your face every single time you play the game, because he prevents you from playing Rogue, Thing, Venom, hell, Peni. He kind of prevents you from playing Groot as well. Thor gets shotgunned. They need to rework that in some way where he can't just do that from any range, but instead they just had stupid team-ups. They don't nerf anything. Like, fix these things, okay? Because they have Gamma in the game still. They have Gamma in the game. Where is it? It's just the stupidest form of Gamma ever. I'll find it right here. Right here. This is good. He does less damage and doesn't get any more bonus health than normal. It buffs his left click. Fine, you never use the left click. And then he gets an extra shield. Wow, that's cool. If he was not going to live without that shield, he was probably going to die anyways. It's really only good for him. And then he plays with it. This team up would be really cool. It would be really cool, and would take two characters who aren't meta, and well, he's meta now, but he wasn't really meta when it released. Two characters who aren't meta, and make them good, and you play them together, and they're only good together. It gives you a reason to play the team up. Nobody plays team ups for that anymore. Like, why would you even play a team up? Penny Spider-Man. This is where I start going, okay, Well, at least there's thought in it. I play Peni. So I have seen Spider-Man use this. I've seen him get this back. And while I think a lot of the original team-ups are better, like they're just better team-ups, some of them, a lot of them. But like in this specific example, the Peni Venom Spider-Man team-up. At the beginning, it was really good for Spider-Man because it gives him that extra burst of damage, makes all of his combos easier. And he's a real threat with it. So Venom also becomes a threat because of it. He was already good, but now he's even better because Mag was the best tank in the game with Strange right after him. Like Cap was one of the best tanks in the game, Season 0, Season 1. That's just how it was. It made Peni viable because it gave her a shield. It didn't at the beginning, it was just a button that you never used. Trust me, I never used it. But when they reworked it, because they reworked it over and over again, they made it invincible. At least for Peni, I remember, because there was a point where I could just use it as a mag bubble. For a second, I'm just stuck there doing this. I can't use any of my abilities, but I'm invincible. I can push people off of me, back up. It was genuinely good for both characters to have it. It made Peni viable. Peni had better sustain. It fixed one of her biggest problems, which was she has no sustain. It fixed Spider-Man's problem of finishing his combos. I think that's a better team-up than what we have right now. I like this team-up. I think it's cool. I think it requires Spider-Man to think more, and his timing has to be better. But if you're using it, most of the time when I'm watching a Spider-Man after I die, they just use it for the bonus health. Maybe that's because most of the team is dead. If you die on tank, the entire team dies afterwards, or as long as you have 2 tanks, sometimes you can live. But most of the time, I've only seen it used for combos on like really good Spider-Man who are genuinely running out of lobbies. It's just stupid. Like, why would we keep that in the game? The Venom team-up would be too broken today. I've said that before. No, I agree that the Venom team-up would be too broken today because they would just allow them to do their combos way too easily. They would just immediately run it down. There'd be no hope for the enemy team because of how much better Spider-Man players have got. But that doesn't matter. This one's still boring. Nobody uses it, and partially because it doesn't give Peni anything, because nobody plays Peni, and if you don't make Peni better for Spider-Man, like, if you don't make Peni better in this team-up, then nobody's gonna play Peni, which means Spider-Man never gets the team-up. A better one to showcase this with? The Human Torch and Thing team-up. This is really funny. It's really funny. And it goes with the movie, and they have the voice lines in it, but no one uses it. Wanna know why no one uses it? Without the Fantastic Four team-up in the game, nobody plays these two together. Why would you play a pseudo-diver with someone who doesn't dive, who counters dive? Like, it just doesn't make sense. The Doctor Strange one, genuinely, I think this is good. But the problem is, it doesn't make this guy good enough to warrant all 3 out on the field at once. And Doctor Strange doesn't get any better to warrant playing Doctor Strange, especially in a season where playing any tank with a shield is bad because of the dinosaur. You want to play characters like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to play anybody else. Strange is terrible, but you don't want to play him against these characters. I think the Strange Sue team-up is cool. It's really good. It's really cool. But it doesn't do anything for Sue. And Sue is already a really good character. When the team-up came out, Strange was arguably better than Mag, and at least easier to play, and more people played him. And Sue was already really good, and like best support in the game. So why would you release that for those two? This team-up? This is stupid. Oh, yeah. Hold up. Let me heal my team up. Let me heal my team. When has this ever been useful for anybody? The game should be balanced around team-ups. That's cool when the game is balanced around team-ups. But when it's not, you just ban out characters that are too strong instead of banning around your team-ups. It's way cooler if you balance around team-ups. Like, oh, I'm on Emma. I can place this wall that lasts for about 2 seconds, regardless of whether the health depletes. It's only really good to place it behind somebody. I guess it does damage. Never seen it do damage before because of how buns it is and how awful. Unless it's not used very often. The only useful thing is if I have 100 charge on my beam. If I have 100 charge on my beam, then I am able to block them off from healing with enough time to kill them. And barely. I can barely do about 300 health in the time that that disappears if they don't break it before then. And that's the only useful thing that I found for it. Blocking up a tank for maybe half a second. Like, maybe that half second will help us kill them, and sometimes it does, but not all the time. This one has been useless since day one.
Should be fun.
Another shield.
Nothing personal.
Thanks.
Here they come.
Like, oh.
Ready, partner?
I mean,
Got your back.
I can just do that instead, though. They had to genuinely buff this thing so that way you could use it well. Because otherwise it was just so bad, nobody ever used it. So that way you could jump to your own team, because jumping to Captain America was just too bad. The team up was so bad they had to change it. This one, this doesn't make Blade good. It doesn't fix the problem of Blade is bad.
Lunar strike. You're lucky.
Like, it's cool that it's taken from the zombies mode, I guess, but it doesn't. It's just a dash with extra sword swings in it. Gives him a little bit of poke, but if you're poking, you just use the shotgun. It's just as bad as using the shotgun to poke. It doesn't make him good. There's no reason in balancing around this team up. This team up is terrible. I could keep going on and talking about every team up and how terrible every single team up in this game is, but I think you get the point. The only good ones are ones that have been around forever and have been removed, or they're still in the game and they're stupid. Prime example right here. It's been around forever and it's still good, and it makes these three characters, well, you don't play all three together, but 1, 2, or 1, 2 makes them worth playing. Specifically these two, they're worth playing together because they help each other out, they make each other better. And this one has been around since season 0 and is still awful. You never want to play either of those characters on the front line. At least when Jeff was good and could survive forever, there was a reason to play Jeff there. You could just infinitely spit cannon and help with the damage. But you don't want to do that with Rocket, ever. You don't want to do that with Jeff now, ever. You don't want to play that aggressive with Groot. You want to trap people off, play corners. But what is this team up doing? It does nothing. Anytime I've seen it, nobody's ever used it. I've never seen this one outside of the season it was released. Like the first week of release I saw this. Never seen it before. And when I see it, I don't see the Thor using it too often. It doesn't make Angela any better. So there's no reason, like, helping them play together. This one, it's broken, but I never see anyone use it. No one ever plays Groot, Loki, Mantis, specifically because it was too good that it got nerfed. It was so good that it got nerfed. Who has used this? And if you've used this, why? What does it do? Genuinely, I couldn't tell you what it does. After they said, oh, they're making her a healer now.
Snack time already?
I have never seen this after that hype. I see this every now and then because it's really good for him. But why would you play him when you could just play her and another busted character? Make every character, like, bad or roughly the same strength. And if some characters are bad, give the bad ones team-ups that make them good and bring them to the level of the other teams, instead of just giving everybody a team-up. Like, the team-up with this one, it makes her bullet a little better. Does take damage. Okay. But it's already a no-skill. She's already crazy good. He's already crazy good, played all the time. He's pretty good right now. He just gets the Deadpool ability. He just gets Deadpool's ability that he can place down. And that's it. And it's not unique. It's not creative. Whenever I see it, I just see myself place it on top of me when I get dove. Or I'll place it on a tank who's taking a lot of pressure to hopefully get the other tank to back off because I blocked up his UI. It's not cool. It's not creative. It doesn't make any of these characters better than they already are. They're just as bad as they were. He's just as bad as he used to be. He has a little more range. He's just as bad as he used to be. He either gets the kill or he doesn't. Doesn't help him. Helps them too much to the point where they're played all the time or banned because it's a slow plus an anti-heal plus dead squids everywhere and the dead birds. This never used. This never used. This used sometimes, but he's so bad and it doesn't help him be any better, so it's almost never used. Never used. Used all the time, but doesn't do practically anything. Never used because it doesn't make him any better to make her worth playing, because the only times I see it is when I play it, and I play it because I want to play Peni, not because I go, I need to play Peni right now, or Penny's really good, I should play Peni. Never used. Terrible for both of them. Why would you fly around your own team with it just to fart on them? You're using that to get out, get to different areas, different off angles so you can shoot better. Why would you use that on your own team? Because it gives them speed boost too, so it's placed so that way you're either leading the charge or placing it on your team so that way they have a speed boost. Why would you ever do that? Never used. It was never used to the point where they changed it so that way you never had to deal with it. Never used. Never used. This one is the only one that's even slightly used, but doesn't make him any better. So if he's not already Omega busted, you never see that. Never used. Never used. This one is used sometimes if you have a Cloak and Dagger one trick, but if you don't have a Cloak and Dagger one trick, they're playing a better support. Used all the time because she's busted, not because it doesn't help. It helps him too much. I've honestly seen this more than I've seen it without the team up, just because everybody and their mom plays Invis. Not because the team up's good or because we really want the team up, because everyone and their mom plays Invis, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be, hey, I can play Strange. Can you play this character? We should play these characters together because they have a cool team up together that does things that we can help make us win. Never seen it used unless it's for Star-Lord. Doesn't make him any better. Doesn't make him any better. The only time I see him used is on a Star-Lord, a Lord. Like a Lord, Star-Lord will use it, and then maybe a support will go Rocket for him. But otherwise, I haven't seen like two people choose to play Rocket Star-Lord for this team up. They are already playing Star-Lord and somebody swaps, because I see it happen mid-game. Like mid-game, someone will swap Star-Lord, and then somebody will swap Rocket. Like, this one, never used. This isn't used very much, because Cap's bad, because this doesn't help Captain America. Increases his block radius, but not the shield health, which means it gets destroyed faster if you use this team up. Also, she's permanently banned because she's really good, so 1-2 characters that are really good, and you gave them a team up. Wow, that's so creative. So you didn't help anything with this game. We're still banning the one who's super broken for no reason. This one, not very good. This one, I see it used all the time, but it's because Luna's broken and she's really good. Like, I've never gotten hit by this one and going, oh, shoot. They're using the team up. Oh, okay, we can outplay this team. It just gives her her ability. So you just have more of the Spectral Foxes. It's really not that big of a deal. This one, I never see it used, because you stun the dinosaur so often that Punisher almost never gets to ride him.
Look, our next victims.
It's worthless. Like, why would any of this get played? Rogue needs a better team-up, a different team-up with Gambit, because her current team-up with Gambit is so broken that you can't buff Rogue. And, like, I used to think that I didn't think it was that broken. I kind of agree now, just because I've seen more. I hadn't played with it too much, to the point where I didn't think it was that bad. And then I played with it a little bit more, and I went, oh shoot. I just annihilate anything in the area, that's why it's good. I was too cocky, I was trying to use it to counter dive or brawl on the front line to help my supports. But that's absurd, and I did that much damage to him. That's the absurd part. The Mag Gambit team up, it's worse, in my opinion. I am of the firm belief that the Mag Wanda team up is cooler. That it was not broken to any degree. This one is objectively more broken. It is more broken than the Mag Scarlet one. But the Mag Scarlet one was cooler. It was cooler. This one's not as good, technically, but it's way cooler than that one was. Wait, but it's way cooler than this one is. It's just, what are they doing? Not all of these need to be removed. Or keep them all in. Never, like, take them out. I don't know. Either keep all the team-ups in the game permanently, is my opinion. Or just take them all out, or do a better job with them. Because they are underwhelming. It used to be what made this game feel fun and unique. And now I never get to feel that experience.
Ah, here they are now.
That's pretty much all I have, though.